Okay. Broadcasting live at Dickinson Fieldhouse, the Dickinson High School. Fighting Gators are down 21-15 at halftime against the Clear Creek Fighting Wildcats. And we're proud to be here with you, Mark Deska, along with yours truly, Charles McCullough. As the Gators open the game with a 10-0 run, but with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of play, all scoring stopped for the Gators. It's as if the Bermuda Triangle had come all the way over here to Dickinson and taken away all of the players, the basketball, everything, the mojo. It wasn't working. And the Gators never scored again until 4 minutes to go in the second period of play. A tray by Miles Rankin and a deuce by Darius Smith gave the Gators 5 exact points in the second period of play. They've got 15 points. That's the lowest scoring first half of play that the Dickinson Gators have had all year long. 21-15 is our score now, as the Clear Creek Fighting Wildcats have been giving the Gators a paddling in the second quarter. But interestingly enough, it was a complete reverse. In the first half of play, the Clear Creek Wildcats scored all of 0 in the first quarter. I mean, zilch. And that was by far the lowest scoring game for the Clear Creek Wildcats in the first quarter of play ever in this entire season. But they came back and scored 21 points, which is fairly decent in a given quarter. If you can score 20 points in a quarter, you're doing okay. So they had a very good second quarter, enough to take a 21-15 lead over the Dickinson Gators. Mark, what do you have for us there?
Well, we finally fought through the difficulties, and just like Clear Creek, we're going to come back strong.
That's right. And if the Dickinson Gators can finish with a win, we'll sure finish strong, too.
Absolutely. They've definitely got to score more than 5 points in a quarter.
Woo, I'll tell you what, but at least the Clear Creek Wildcats scored 0 in the first quarter of play. Now, I would gather that in the halftime locker room, there's no question that our good friend, Mr. Wes Bryan, is telling the Clear Creek Wildcats, look, okay, now we got trounced Tuesday night against a team that we beat the last time we played them, the Clear Springs Chargers. We shouldn't have lost that game. We shouldn't have put ourselves in a position where everything's on the line for the district championship for us tonight. Now we're over here at Dickinson. We should be able to control our destiny. We're up on top by 6 at this point, but we have to really remember Clear Springs on Tuesday night. Remember Springs. Come back, second half, pedal to the metal. We got to win this game. Now for the Dickinson Gators, they win tonight based on the wins they've had previously against Creek. They win the district championship, so their motivation is just as clear to them. Coach Jason Wilson in the halftime locker room for the Gators, he's telling the Dickinson blue and white, look, we got to get out there and play Gator basketball. We had 10 points in the first quarter, a 10-0 run. We led the game. What happened? We shut down. Second quarter, 5 points. We're better than this.
All right.
Play Gator basketball third and fourth quarter from here on out, and I think that the Gators can control their own destiny.
And you could also tell that Clear Creek came out a little bit tight, like you said, thinking about that last loss, let it get in their head a little bit, came out with a scoreless first, but then they kind of loosened up and were able to pour 20 on in the second.
Okay, hey, we want to thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen. And they include Kevin Kopp with the all-new Goosehead Insurance. Your trusted home insurance advisor, Kevin Kopp Agency, KevinKoppAgency.com, and telephone him directly. Kevin Kopp wants you to call his cellular telephone. 281-332-6700. Don't cop a substitute. Go with Kevin Kopp, Goosehead Insurance. I want to thank our good friends at the Galveston County Republican Party and Marie Robb, who's running for chairman of the Galveston County Republican Party. Now, Marie Robb has all of the professional attributes that are required. She and her husband have raised a beautiful family in Galveston, and she's ready to take the next step after advocating and helping to network so many Republicans together in the last successful midterm Republican elections that they all have said, Marie, we want you to run for Galveston County chairman of the Republican Party. So that means on March the 1st, I want you to hit the buzzer beater for Marie Robb for Galveston County and put her in as the Galveston County Republican Party chair. I thank Robbie Brignac and the staff of Brignac Builders. Phone 281-723-8043. And quicker than you can say Bob's your uncle and Betty's your aunt. We're underway as the Dickinson Gators get underway. Now we're on the left side of your radio dial. It's going to be Jurian Spells, top of the circle. Dribble drive, high-low post, push pass out, number 15. He's going for three and pops the cotton. Number 15, Damian Williams, as Mark Deska will just keep him as I give him. He can't see, but I can. And I've got a weird position over here.
I trust you.
Thank you, sir. That's what it's all about, baby. All right, it's going to be Farrell coming over to the right side. He's boxed out 2-on-1 by Spells and Rankin. He's going to break the 2-on-1 press, go up near wing. Tries to find Ortiz down low. He's going to come back out baseline. Now dribble drive. Ball's going to be swatted away Rankin. Push pass going to be Ortiz. Gives it back over near side. Wilson goes for three. It is no good. Still ice cold shooting for both sides. Back over Farrell. Far side for three, and he pops the cotton. The X Factor. Three. Now it's 24-18. Come back right to left for the Fighting Gators. Spells over to the near wing. Goes up top of the arc. Dribble drive. High-low post. We've got a man down. And it'll be helped up. I don't know if it was a foul or a charging violation. The Gators don't need another one of those. They've had 4 called against them in this game. So, inbounding near angle to the left side for the Gators. That's going to be Spells. Spells gives it over Rankin. Rankin, that's going back over to Darius Smith. Smith back over Spells. Dribbled off the ring to the rim, give it over near side. Rankin for a tray. It is no good. Bounces off the back iron, comes down to Wilson. Outlet pass back to the donut man Shipley. Come back high-low post dribble drive off the glass. It's good for 2. He's fouled. He'll visit the line on the right side of your radio dial. Shipley got a bruised calf and Achilles heel. I see he's got a special sock on one of his shoes, or a little wrap on that right ankle, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got a bruised Achilles heel, but he's been an Achilles heel for Dickinson tonight.
Yes, sir, he has.
Himself quite a game.
He's been attacking it, and he just scored a 3-point deal there. Field goal for 2 and a 3-point deal with a foul shot made thereafter. Now it's a 27-18 Creek lead. Come back right to left Gators. That's going to be number 15 going up top of the circle, Damian Williams. Williams back over to Spells. Up top of the circle, he's going to push pass over, back over to Williams. He's going to drain one from downtown. It's about time. That breaks a 10-0 run that started in the last half for Creek. 27-21 Creek. Come back over to the right side. Lovejoy, feed it over to the near wing to X Farrell. Farrell's going to go back to number 24. That's going to be Rashad Wilson. Dribble drive, push pass over far side. That's number 3, Hildreth. No good, brought down. Number 32 for the Dickinson Gators, Byron Staton. Outlet pass over to Jurian Spells. Near side, Rankin! Miles Rankin goes miles and miles of Texas and drains it from downtown. Gators within 3 now, 27-24. Oh, that's what you can get with 2 outstanding teams that can shoot it from outside the arc and blow the lights out. Come back right side, overhead pass, taken down low. Farrell goes off the glass, no good. You've got to make those shots down low. And he missed that one. But he'll have an opportunity, I think, to visit the line on the right side of your radio dial. So the Clear Creek Wildcats now leading 27-24, but the Gators are breathing down their necks.
They definitely quickened the pace this second half of the Gators.
Yes, sir, they have. Good point. Shots up. It's G-double-O-D. Good. G-whiz. That's Ortiz, by the way, at the line. Ortiz Sewins. Diego Ortiz at the line. The Gators have to box in and get a rebound here. Big time. Next shot is good. That's back to a 5-point Creek lead, 29-24. That's going to be Spells. Gets the inbound. Williams stops halfway off the glass. No good as he fouled. I'll tell you, the Dickinson Gators have been ice cold straight from the North Pole with their shooting efficacy thus far in this contest.
Yeah, we're looking at some foul trouble, too. We've got Byron Staton has 4 fouls for the Gators, and looks like Ortiz has 3 for Clear Creek, as does Rivers has 3.
Shots in the air. As at the line, Jurian Spells pops another one. He'll have a chance to shoot one more. Spells for the Fighting Gators. He's the pacemaker for this fantastic Dickinson Gator offense. They've really been sputtering tonight, though. Spells takes his time. Rat-a-tat-tats the ball on the tarmac. Next shot is good. Nothing but the bottom of the well of the net. Outlet pass all the way down. That's coming down to Farrell. Wilson picks it up. High-low post dribble drive. Stops halfway. It's going to be no good. Rebound's going to come down. Miles Rankin outlet pass to Spells. Go back over the left side. Stops at the wing. Dribble drive. High-low post. Puts up a reverse layup. It's no good. He's going to be fouled again. And they're going to put a man who has shot 100% in the second half so far, although he's only shot 2 foul shots, but he's going to visit the line. He drained them both, and it'll be Spells once again to visit the line on the right side of your radio dial. Julian Spells. The shot is up, and it is off of the back iron. It is no good.
Got to make the free ones there, Charles.
You've got to get the free ones. And you got to get the close ones, Big Mark. Tell you what, 29-26, 5:03 to go in the third quarter of play. Spells. Shot is up, and it drains through. Come back left to right on your radio dial. Inbound comes down, Rashad Wilson for Creek. Come back over to the right side of your radio dial. Push pass over the near side. It's going to be Xavier Farrell. Farrell boxed out 2-on-1. Darius Smith. Give it on near side. Shipley from the wing goes down high-low post dribble drive. Stops top of the key. Is he fouled? Now Shipley has a genius for getting to the foul line. I don't know how he does it. Neither team in a foul bonus right now. Looks like they'll inbound it. It'll be Farrell who'll inbound. Give it near side. Shipley on the baseline for three. Fall away jumper, no good.
Yeah, he fought for the rebound on that one and just got clipped on the way down by Parker, and so he will head to the line.
Yes, sir. So he gets to visit the foul line anyway.
Absolutely.
And guess what? He's going to be able to hit 1, 2, 3 if he can make them. So Shipley at the line. The shot is up. It is good. He'll get 2 more. It's 30-27. Just when Dickinson, with those Gator jaws, is clipping at the heels, they get knocked back a peg. The shot is up. Shipley. That's another good shot. 31-27. We're starting to get a respectable total for both teams on the board. 31-27 is a lot better than 18-15 or whatever that first half score was.
10-0 after 1.
Yep. Shipley gets them all 3 of them. Tic-tac-toe. 1, 2, 3. 32-27. Back over to the left side of your radio dial with the Dickinson Fighting Gators. It's going to be Malik Williams. Over the near side, dribble drive, give it off. Spells, top of the key, stops halfway, leaping leaner. It's good for 2. No foul call. We'll come back over to the right side now with Creek.
Yeah, it was a huge shot by Spells, falling to his left and still managed to get it up.
Yes, sir. All right, we got Rashad Wilson. Bring across the timeline right side. Up to the near side, that's a chest pass over to Hildreth. Back over Rashad Wilson, top of the circle. He can drain it from downtown. Stops inside the key for 2. It's no good. Gators have got to get those defensive rebounds. That's another place the Gators have been faltering. That's unlike their normal play. They're not getting the rebounds. They're not getting the shots, but they do get the ball back here.
It is worth saying, though, Damon Williams playing great on-ball defense. They just got to manage to clean up on the boards, and they'll be in good shape.
Inbound comes down. Spells. What tremendous speed. He goes all the way to the hoop left side and gives it right to number 33 generously, Tadarick Smith, who goes up and in for 2.
Looked like he changed his mind in midair on that one.
A little bit of an easy assist, but it's a ball steal for Miles Rankin. He fires it all the way down 33, Tadarick Smith, and quicker than you can say, Bob's your uncle, Benny's your aunt. The Gators now with Smith with 2 quick buckets within an eye blink of each other, go up on top 33-32, and they haven't done that since the first quarter.
Yeah, they've definitely come alive in this second half and started hitting their shots, making their way inside, getting easy buckets, and playing some good defense too.
Hey, we want to thank our sponsors who make our broadcast happen tonight. We've got a good one in the mix, and he's a gentleman I'd like to encourage you to vote for Galveston County Commissioner. That's going to be Mr. Darrell Apfel, Galveston County Commissioner for the territory covering Dickinson and East League City. Galveston County Commissioner is a position of great responsibility. The Apfel name has been a name of responsibility in taking care of business in Galveston County for 150 years. And I'll tell you something. Daryl Apfel will get the job done. So March 1st, go over the goal line, hit the ball out of the park, and most importantly, hit the buzzer beater for Galveston County with Daryl Apfel, Galveston County Commissioner. And while you're at it, punch that ticket for Marie Robb, GOP, Galveston County Chairman. Okay, friends, the little Gator cheerleaders are throwing out the Gator towels. But the Gators aren't throwing in the towel at all.
No, they've definitely come to play here in the third quarter.
Mark, that's a mix of metaphors. They're throwing out towels, but that don't mean you're throwing in the towel.
I saw what you did there. It was very subtle. You got to pay attention around here.
I think it has something to do with the way they throw it at the crowd rather than the crowd throwing it back.
They're throwing out the towels, not in.
That's it. Come back to the right. Now I got to pay attention. So it's going to be Wilson bringing it back over to the right side, gives it over to the X Factor. Chest pass near side, Wilson again from the baseline. Dribble drive off the base, down low post, feed it far side, Lovejoy, 5 feet tall, off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down, Darius Smith. Outlet pass, Julian Spells, right to left. Over near side, Rankin for 3 off of the rim. It's going to be no good. Oh, wait a minute! I can't believe it! It hit the rim, bounced all the way up, rolled on top of the plexiglass, and then cascaded in. I have never, ever seen a shot like that in all my barn days. And guess what? It counts, bro. Come back over to the right side. It's going to be Shipley, the donut man, overhead pass far side. That's going to be Hildreth. He's going to be rocked and socked and rat-a-tat-tatted and bat-a-rammed on down as he tries to hook up a leaping leaner. He'll be able to visit the foul line right side, but heavens to Betsy, it's 36-32 Gators with a shot that came from the twilight zone.
Just when he thought it was not going in, it's not going in. A magnet activated inside the rim, and it found its way into the.
How did that happen? As X Factor, X Farrell near side. It's Xavier, but his parents, the team, they all call him X. It's up and in for 1. Next shot is also good. Now that's 2. So now that makes it a 3-point Gator lead, 36-33. We're going back to the left side now. Gators with Fate Williams, as fate would have it. Over on the far wing. Looks like we have a reach-in foul called against Lovejoy. Or a blocking violation against Lovejoy. So it'll be Gator basketball. Push pass coming in. But Lovejoy's going to come in and steal the ball. Lovejoy's going to come back to the right side of your radio dial for the Clear Creek Wildcats. 5 feet tall. This kid plays like he's 6'10". Give it over to Shipley. Baseballs it all the way far side to Hildreth. Hildreth loses the ball to Spells. Comes back right to left. Play action's going to be stopped. They're going to call it a foul against Spells. But sometimes when you're fouling, even if you're called with the foul, if you're hustling, your crowd is justifiably going to give you some praise.
Yeah, you definitely want to, at the very least, make him earn those points.
There you go. All right, Lovejoy, 5 feet tall, coming and gives it to 6'5" Shipley. Overhood it far side. That's going to be Wilson for 3 off the baseline for Creek. It is no good. Comes down Darius Smith. Come back over to the left side for the Dickinson Fighting Gators. Bounce pass on the outlet over to the far wing. To the forecourt to Spells. He's going to go off the glass, dribble drive, hollow post. Going to be no good. Put back, hits his own putback. It's going to be up and in. It's going to be no good, but he's going to be fouled. Visit the line on the left side of your radio dial. Foul this time is going to be the 3rd one against Shipley, and they don't want to get that youngster in trouble with $1:57 to go in the 3rd. So 3 is not 4, but it could be, and he could be out of here quicker than you could think of the way he plays physically. So on the left side of your radio dial, the Gators, Spells off the glass, no good. 36-33, Dickinson leading by a triplicate. With 1:57 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. Charles McCulley along with Mark Deska. The next shot falls right on through, and it is GOOD. Good.
That's 8 points and a half for Taderick Smith.
Yes, sir. And we come back over to the right side of your radio dial. That's going to be Xavier Farrell. Give it over to Shipley. Stops halfway. Feed it far side of the given. Go top of the arc coming on down off the boomerang. Pass to Diego. It's good. Come back right to left. It's a 1-point Dickinson Gator lead. Spells stops on the near wing. Sets up a screen offense. Tough to penetrate. Craig Deeg moves over to the far wing. He's going to go all the way. High-low post. Dribble drive. And he still won't sink the shot. Oh, that's 2 good looks for Spells that got missed. Brought down. It's going to be Farrell. Behind the back dribbling. High-low post dribble drive. It is no good. And on the rebound, it's going to be number 15, Damian Williams, overhead pass. Miles Rankin goes the far side. Baseball it all the way to the far wing to Williams, number 5. It is no good, air ball. You've got to get the shots when you're in the forecourt and anywhere inside the circle.
Well, they're getting them. That one just missed.
That's exactly what it did.
A lot of plexiglass up there. Try to hit something.
Yes, sir. Hey, 37-35. The Gators have a 2-point lead. That's not going to be good enough to hold in this game, although points have really come at a very slow, very painstaking premium here.
Right, but if they're not careful, Clear Creek can light it up in a hurry like
yes,
they did that second quarter.
Yes, they can. Oh, that sounds like a song title. Oh, yes, they can. Inbound coming in, Xavier Frill come back over to the right side. He's boxed out one-on-one of the talented 15, Damian Williams. He's going to give it over Shipley, donut man, top of the arc. Feed it over far side. That's going to Rashad Wilson. Wilson, weave offense. Now taken inside the circle, tries to go up. He's going to be fouled. Or is that a charging violation? It's always a ref's call. But I think he's going to get the nod, get the foul, and visit the line right side, although Miles Rankin limping a little bit, heading off, but Rankin, unfortunately for the Gators, will be assessed with a foul on that one.
Yeah, it's always the hardest call to make there, whether it's a charge or a block. You got to check the footwork on the defender, and it looked like they called a block on that one.
Gators, 10-2. They can win the district championship tonight, but if they lose to Creek, they'll be tied in district, and they'll have to do a special makeup game before the playoffs to get top seeding. 37-35 is the score. It's a 2-point lead for Dickinson. The shot is up, and it is good for Rashad Wilson at the line, number 24 for the Clear Creek Wildcats. And that gives, again, Creek an opportunity now with one more foul shot yet to be made, a chance to tie the game. Now, that's something they haven't done since the beginning of the first quarter or first half of play here. Second half play, I should say. Next shot, rat-a-tat-tats around. It is good, and now for the whole last quarter, it's been all Dickinson, but now the Creek Wildcats have tied the game. Oh, boy, this has really been an ebb and flow. 37-37. Comeback left side. Jurian Spells. Trying to cast a spell on the Creek Wildcats. Over top of the circle. Going over to the near wing, tries to set up a screen down low, can't get a good pick and roll. He'll go up top of the key, feed it near side, Rankin for 3. It's out the rim, no good. He's back in. Limped out a little bit, but he's back in again. Thank the Lord for that. Spells will get the ball back after saving it from going out of bounds. Far side, number 33, Taderick Smith, who's got 8 points in this quarter. Feed it over to Spells, going to try to eat the clock down. 11 seconds to go, get the buzzer beater. To end the third quarter of play, it's 37-37. Spells going high-low, post dribble drive, feed it far side, going for a tray. It's an air ball, no good. But the putback is there for Darius Smith. And going for 3 with an atom bomb launch. It'll be Diego. It is no good for Creek. So Dickinson gets the buzzer beater to end the third quarter of play. 39-37. Certainly
a spread out quarter there for Dickinson. They had 6 different players score points in that quarter.
They did.
They got 3 for Williams, 3 for Rankin, 2 for Smith, 5 for Spells. Williams had 3, and Taderick Smith led the way with 8 points in the third quarter.
He was the difference for Dickinson here. Without his 8 points, Gators still have basically a handful and more of a deficit. So we thank our sponsors, including all of our friends at Pest Professionals of Pearland and the Raspberry family. 281 DEADBUG. That's D281 Dead Bug. I want to thank Darrell Apfel, running for Galveston County Commissioner. Punch the ticket for Darrell Apfel, March the 1st. Randy Goudot and the staff of Bay Area Kitchens, phone 281-338-2737. Proud of all of our youth, for through them we all shine. And it's most definitely Dixie Safe and Lock in the heart of Dixie and the heart of Houston. We're in the ugly blue, red, and pink building on Broadway, Park Place, I-45 South. Been there since 1943. We've got those bomb-proof safes, and we are here to also provide you with an outstanding opportunity to get digital security technology in your home or business. Kyle Snow and the staff of Ron Carter, Clear Lake, also proud of all of our youth. Come back over to the right side. Creek's going to be Rashad Wilson. Push pass over top of the arc. That's going to be Xavier Farrell. The X. Hollow post dribble drive reverse layup's going to be no good. Rebound's going to come down. Darius Wilson. He's going to be fouled almost immediately, or a little reach in. And we may be going back all the way to the other side, or no. It'll be Gators to inbound. And it'll be number 15 to do the honors. That's going to be Damian Williams, as mentioned. Give it into Jurian Spells. The jury's never out on Mr. Spells. He always gives his best. That's the verdict. Feed at top of the circle. That's going out to Williams. Give and go to Spells. Baseline drive off the rim. It's going to be no good. Darius Spells has really had a great propensity of getting there to get those putbacks on Jurian Spells. They read each other's minds. Didn't get it that time, but Spells was called with an opportunity, or a foul was called against Shipley. That's his fourth foul now. So visiting the line left side is Spells again. Shots up. It's good. And now the Dickinson Gators back up by 3. 40-37. All right. Julian Spells, as we've just begun the fourth quarter of play. Spells on the left side. Shot is up, and it is good. Pops the cotton. It is 41-37.
7 points in the half for Spells.
Yes, sir. Jurian Spells, I'm going to tell you what, he casts a spell on the opposition. If I can get the Galveston County Sheriffs laughing, we're going to be okay tonight. Well, now we're going to come in on the left side of your radio dial. Inbound for Creek. 41-37. Gators leading by 4. And, this is a packed house tonight. They've had to unload a couple of other bleachers. One of the reasons we were moved around quite a bit. Come back to the right side. It's going to be Shipley, the donut man, out of post dribble drive. That's going to fall through. Now, the danger was a charging violation.
He got real close.
That came awfully close. I mean, Shipley could have been called with a charge, but instead it's a foul. And that's the Bill Lambier style of play. He's just physical. He's in the mix. Do what you got to do. Call me with a charging violation, or if you don't, I'll just take the next step, take a foul shot.
Just rolling down there like a wrecking ball in through the lane.
That's about right. Okay, Shipley on the right side.
Certainly tough to defend because you got him rolling at you. It's kind of hard to stand in there.
Yes, sir. Back iron. No good. Damian Williams comes down with a rebound. Outlet pass. Spells comes back over the left side. Behind the back dribbling. Stops over on the far wing. Spells overhead pass back over number 15. Top of the circle. Damian Williams. Williams give it back over to Spells on the far wing. Spells, give and go. That's going to be Rankin back to Williams. Give it back over Spells. Weave offense outside the arc. High-low post dribble drive. Puts it up. It's going to be no good. Is he called with a foul, or is a foul assessed against him? It seems as not, I think. So it'll be the Clear Creek Wildcats apparently to inbound. And no, it's going to come in. Gators. Spells give it in to Darius Smith. Feed it back over. Spells was at top of the circle. Oh, the Gators are playing with that kind of capture lightning in a bottle intensity they've needed to have all game long. Give it over near side. It's going to be number 15, Damian Williams. He's going to dribble drive top of the key inside the circle. No good. Put back. There's Darius Smith, number 4. Bounce pass back to Williams. But he's going to be called with a charge. That's against Smith that time.
Yeah, it was a great possession by both squads. And pretty exciting for no points scored on the entire time down there.
That sure ate up a lot of that fourth quarter.
It did.
So that benefits Dickinson if they can hold a 4-point lead and then some, but they need to put some more points on the board. Come back right side, Shipley for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound's going to come down Darius Smith. Outlet pass goes Malik Williams. Give and go top of the arc. Spells, feed it near side. Rankin for 3. It's going to be no good. Air ball. It's going to be brought down. That's going to be Rashad Wilson. Goes to coast. Dribble drive. Falls through for 2. And 41-41. Heavens to Murgatroyd. We're tied up again. Are we looking at overtime here?
I don't know, but it sure was a quick change there. It seemed like it bogged down for a couple minutes, and then coast to coast to coast to coast. All of a sudden, it's a
one of my favorite radio shows.
Right, I love that.
Coast to coast with Art Bell.
Definitely.
All right, 41-41. Well, the Clear Creek Wildcats ended the third quarter leading by the score of 39-37. Now we're all tied up 41-41. 41 points in a game this close. Neither team shooting the lights out tonight. I mean, the shooting percentage is abysmal, but they are getting more shots made this time, and although the shooting percentage overall is probably up to maybe 50% on both sides, or not even that, maybe 48, 45% still up from 10% from the first half.
Right.
The only reason more shots seem to be going in, point for point attempted, is due to the fact that they've just simply been making a whole lot more junk shots.
And they've been playing lights out defense on both ends.
You know what? That's exactly right.
There've been a lot of missed shots, but not a lot of bad looks.
Both teams have been doing well. Ironically, the Gators doing well with offensive rebounds. The Clear Creek Wildcats, when they can, they've been getting some good defensive boards, but then in transition, not getting good shots. So come back right to left on your radio dial. It's going to be Julian Spells, cross the half-court stripe, timeline left side, go over to the far wing, dribble drive over top of the key, swings it on over near side. It's going to be off the baseline. Miles Rankin, he's going to push it back out, back over to Taderick Smith, who goes for three, no good. That's off the side of the plexiglass. Come back to the right side. Losing the ball will be Farrell. It'll remain Dickinson Gator basketball. It'll remain Clear Creek Wildcat basketball on the loose ball. Xavier Farrell, number 14, inbounding right under his own bucket. Tries to set up a screen inbound. Give it over Shipley on the baseline. Shipley will overhead it almost to the backcourt to number 24, Rashad Wilson. Wilson's going to be guarded by number 12, Quante Julian. We haven't called that name this game. Give it to Shipley, top of the arc. He's going to go all the way to the hoop. It's no good. Brought down to Clear Creek Wildcats. Shipley feed it back out all the way to Wilson, top of the circle. It is no good. That was from NBA territory. And again, I don't think the Clear Creek Wildcats have nailed a tray tonight.
Yeah, no, especially when they're shooting from 30 feet.
Come back right to left on your radio dial now. Number 15, that's going to be Damian Williams. Williams give it over to Julian Spells. Spells top of the circle. Stays outside the arc almost to the timeline. Top of the key. Feed it near side. Rankin likes that near baseline. Will he go for three? Boxed out 2-on-1 by Wilson. And Lovejoy back in the mix. Finally, number 2's got it. Goes down. Fate Williams and pops the cotton with a little looping leaner. 43-41. Gators take a 2-point lead again. Back right side, Shipley goes all the way coast to coast, loses control of the ball. It's going to be picked back up. It's going to be number 12, Dickinson Gators. Going back right to left, Quante Julian. He's been a difference maker now. Give and go to Spells. But they're going to declare no possession for the Gators. Traveling violation on the road again. Oh my goodness. The Rolodex arms. 4:41 to go in the game in regulation. Timeout call. We thank our sponsors without whom we couldn't be on the air, and they include Chili Beans Childress and Cassie over at C-Bar Contractors. C-Bar Contractors specializing in outstanding